Hey guys, happy Friday. Today I wanted to take a little bit of your time and talk about what healthy eating should look like for you, because I know this is a big one. I talk a lot about like movement and rest and stress management and how those are all super important, but I think almost everyone that I talk to really feels like if they could get their diet managed, that they would be leaps and bounds closer to their health and fitness goals. And you're right, absolutely. Diet plays a massive role in your overall health and fitness. And it's also probably one of the most frustrating aspects of a healthy lifestyle because there's so much confusion out there about what it should look like and what healthy really is. Like there's so much confusion over like how many calories you should be eating, what macros you should be eating, whether you should be doing the keto diet, the paleo diet, if you should be doing intermittent fasting. Like all of these things are super overwhelming and they make it seem like healthy eating is just completely out of reach. And if you are eating unhealthy foods, that somehow you're not deserving of being healthy, and none of that is true, okay? So today, let's talk a little bit about what healthy eating should look like for you. And to start that off with, I need you to know that there is no such thing as a perfect diet. So all of this talk about how like keto is the best, intermittent fasting is the best, paleo is the best, all of these bests are not. They're not. What matters most is what works for you. And so how do you figure that out? Hey, Carly, thanks for watching. So today, we're talking a little bit about how you can figure out what healthy eating is going to look like for you. And at the end of this, I'm going to drop a link for you so that you can take the next steps totally free and actually get yourself started on this next week. So big thing to remember is there's no such thing as a perfect diet. So that person who is telling you need to be taking these supplements because they worked so well for her, or you need to be eating this way because it worked so great for her, I want you to try to just disconnect from all of that stuff for a minute and come back to you and your body, because what works really great for one person may not work well for you. It might actually be the worst thing that you could do for yourself. Because you're making decisions based on what other people are telling you to do instead of actually getting in tune with yourself and recognizing what is working for you and what feels good for you, and then continuing to do that long enough to get results. So let's talk a little bit about this and what healthy food is. So what I think you should know is that while there's no perfect diet, like there's not a pinnacle perfect diet, plant-based, carnivore, whatever. None of those are perfect. What is perfect is what works for you. So just keep that in mind. With working with all of my clients, with the way I coach, any action I suggest people take, any habit I suggest people start, it all has to come back down to what I call my 3E formula, which is simply a way of deciding whether it's the right thing for you to do. And that's going to be, is it enjoyable? Is it effective? And is it easy? And if it is missing any one of those, then it's not going to be right for you. So you can kind of start filtering your healthy eating habits and your ideas of what is healthy through that. If it is not effective for you, if it's not enjoyable for you, and if it's not easy for you, then it's probably not the perfect diet for you. And I should say too, I use the word diet, but this is not like a temporary thing. A diet is simply what you are going to eat for the rest of your life. So I'm talking about that kind of diet, more of a lifestyle type deal, as opposed to like a crash or fad diet. So thanks, Carly. Yeah, it works so well. Seriously, like any decision that you want to make for yourself, for your health and fitness and eating and all of that, just filter it through the 3 E's. If it's easy, effective, and enjoyable, then you're pretty much golden. And whether someone else says, oh, I don't understand why you're doing that, like that can't possibly work for you, you'll already know it works for me because it's effective, easy, and enjoyable. So keep that in mind. So I wanted to break down each of those for you in terms of healthy eating today, and hopefully give you some ideas to get started on that for yourself. Because as much as I'd love to be able to tell you, you just need to do X, Y, and Z, and poof, you're going to have a healthy eating habit. That's what next week is for, actually. So I'll be working with people next week on that. But for today, I want to give you the tools so you can start answering these questions for yourself, because it truly is, it's a personal thing to decide what a healthy eating habit is for you. You really do have to get in touch with yourself and what's working for you. So let's break it down, starting with enjoyable. Actually, let's start with effective, because I think effective is the one that's pretty easy for people to identify, right? Your friend has been doing keto and she loves it and highly recommends it to you because it's been effective for her, right? So it's easy for us to identify effective ways of eating. But the problem, of course, is that it may be effective, but if it's not easy or enjoyable for us, then it's not going to work long term, right? So what effective really should include, or what it should do for you, is obviously it should get you to your health and fitness goals, right? It should support you in creating a healthy lifestyle. It should support you in having the energy that you need to live your healthy life to the fullest. And it should help you reach whatever goals you have, whether it's weight loss, whether it's gaining strength, whether it's running a marathon, whatever your goals are. And it doesn't have to be health goals too. It can be health, it can be fitness, it can be life, whatever. But food really does need to support you in doing that. And the big thing to remember too is that food is medicine. I really firmly believe that. Food nourishes your body and it helps support your health, body, mind, and it also has that social aspect, right? So you have foods that support your physical goals, your overall health, but then you have that social aspect too, where you want to enjoy what you're eating. You want to connect with the people around you through food. You get in touch with your heritage through food, right? Food is a humongous part of our lives, so it does so much more than just nourish us, even though like that's a really cool, big thing that food can do. That food can be medicine for us. So effective, healthy eating is pretty easy to recognize. There's a lot of options out there, and that's probably kind of where you've gotten hung up before, is like, well, I've recognized that this is a healthy way of eating, but I don't think I enjoy it, and it doesn't seem easy. So I'm betting you have either tried it and then fallen off the wagon and not been able to do it, or you just chose not to do it in the first place, right? So how do you take those things that you've identified as effective and then translate it into enjoyable and easy? So let's talk about enjoyable real quick. I just kind of mentioned that like you want to enjoy food. I hear that a lot, that people recognize that a way of eating is going to be healthy, but they don't enjoy it. And they're worried that they can't eat healthy because they're not going to enjoy it. And they're not willing to sacrifice that enjoyment. And I'm totally with you. Like if I didn't enjoy my food, that actually back in September when I had COVID in September, and I just totally lost my sense of taste and smell. And I freaked out because after a week of that, I was like, if I can't taste my food and I can't enjoy food anymore, what is like, where's my meaning in life? So like, you've got to enjoy your food, right? So like I said, food is nourishing, but it's about so much more than that. It's got to support your health, but it's also got to keep you happy. And part of that too is going to be having a healthy relationship with food. If you're always obsessed over like, oh, this is a good food, so I can eat that, but this is a bad food, so I'm bad if I eat that, like that's not healthy. And I know a lot of us feel very out of control when it comes to eating food. Like you might start eating and not be able to set a boundary or stick to that boundary, and then you end up gorging yourself, and then you feel awful because you just ate way too much of that unhealthy food. So part of healthy eating is being able to find that healthy relationship with food and to be able to enjoy food and to be nourished by it and to reach your goals. That's all the enjoyable and effective stuff, right? So how do you make that easy? Because I know when you start thinking about calories and macros and fasting and when you're supposed to eat and all of that, that gets really overwhelming and is super not easy. And it may even be something like being able to cook at home isn't easy for you. And so you have to find other ways of creating a healthy eating plan for yourself. That, like, really figuring out the strategies that are going to work well for you, that's kind of what I do with my clients. So I'm not going to go too much into that here. If you want to talk more about that, definitely reach out to me. But for today, what I wanted to leave you with for making healthy eating easy and figuring out what is effective and enjoyable for you while making it easy and fit into your life. Next week, I'm going to be running a free healthy eating challenge in my Facebook group. And it's all going to be through email too. So I'll drop a little sign up link here in just a minute. And the reason being is because I know so many people start doing these challenges and then they don't follow through and they get really frustrated. So I'm having people sign up. That way I can actually reach out to you and help you troubleshoot so that you can actually get the most out of this challenge. And what we're going to be doing in the challenge, I'm going to be sharing the 4 super simple healthy eating habits that most people are either missing or they're not doing them consistently enough to actually get results. And these habits do not require you to change what you're eating. They don't require you to meal plan or do anything that you might perceive as hard, really. So there's no calorie counting. There's no obsessing over macros. There is no like me telling you what or when to eat. These are the even more foundational habits than that actually get humongous results as soon as you start putting them into practice. So these results can look like losing 1 pound to 2 pounds per week as soon as you start implementing these habits. So they seem really simple. Obviously, they're going to be very effective though. So I'll drop the sign up link here for you. Definitely sign up for it. Even if you feel like you're not going to have enough time to do it, they're really easy. Like, it's not going to require any added effort outside of your normal sitting down to eat or whenever you do eat. So if you're worried that you don't have enough time, if you're worried that you have never followed through with a challenge like this before, don't worry about that. So I have you sign up. I'm going to be coaching you the whole way through. And this is really designed so that you can do it if you have no time, regardless of your health history too. I'm not messing with anything that you're eating. So whatever your health history is, these will still apply to you. And even if you failed in the past, if you feel like you just don't deserve healthy eating habits, then this will be really helpful for you. It'll help lay that foundation so that you can start having a healthier relationship with food. So let me know if you're excited about that. Definitely tag a friend if you would like them to do it with you, because accountability is always better when you have a friend. So I'm going to drop the link for you guys here as soon as I hop off, but make sure you sign up because I don't know when I'm going to be doing this challenge again. And these are just incredible habits. And I would love for you to start getting big results over the next few months by just simply implementing these. That way you're not waiting till goodness knows when I'm going to run this challenge again. So go ahead, sign up for that. The link is in my bio as well. I'm so excited to share these super simple, healthy eating habits with you and help you really get started on healthy eating, because everyone deserves to enjoy the food that they eat and get the results that they want. So let me know if you have any questions. Make sure to tag a friend, and I will see you guys in the Making Sense of a Healthy Life communities, where I'll be hosting it, as well as in emails where I'll be sending all of the fun info. So I'll see you guys soon. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Bye.